It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe. This is my show, The Legends. And I want to thank everybody that actually subscribes to my show and show me love all over the world. In the House of the Legends, I have a rap artist. His name is Sosah the Prince. And we're going to welcome him to the show. So what's going on, Sosah?
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Quite well, man. How you doing today?
I'm all right. Nothing crazy right now.
That's good. So, I mean, you're 18 years old, and you're into the rap game. So let's talk about how you actually got started with it and who were your influences.
As far as music goes, I kind of always had music around me, if that makes sense. So, like, my grandma, she used to always play, like, the old school classics, like Bobby Brown, Michael Jackson, and people and things of that nature. So it was always around me, so I was always influenced by music. But as far as, like, recording and getting into it, I used to write poetry when I was younger. And I used to try to recite lyrics from, like, the greater rappers like Biggie Smalls and Tupac as if it was my own.
Right.
So, I used to do things like that, but it didn't take me until quarantine to actually start recording because I was nervous that if I put out any music of my own that I would get made fun of because I got made fun of a lot as a kid.
Right.
So I didn't want to, like, put something out and then I got teased or laughed at about it until I just decided it was like, you know what, no matter what other people think, I'm gonna just do what I like. So
so your confidence level is very high now due to the fact that you're recording and you're listening to your playback and you're getting actual feedback from people. So how do you feel about that due to the fact that they're actually accepting your craft?
I mean, it's exciting because it's like people actually hearing what you have to say and then actually liking it. It's like one of those feelings. It's like that makes you accomplished and make you feel proud of what you do. So it's just like, wow, like really people actually love what I like to do. So I don't know, it gives like a boost of confidence to make me want to do more, a sense of motivation to want to do more and to continue doing what I'm doing.
So my question to you is, if you wasn't actually doing this, what else do you think you'd be doing right now?
I'll probably be playing basketball because I'm currently in college. I go to Monroe College at the moment, and I play JV basketball for the school. And I was very headstrong on playing basketball because at that time my goal was to be in the NBA or play any level of professional basketball. So I probably would have been playing basketball.
I hear you. So if hip hop is in a sense is a way out for a lot of people that I've actually did interviews with, do you feel that might be a way out for you, or is it a dream that actually might just take you places and you might have other things that you might want to get into as well?
I would say I see it as a way out because it is a passion of mine to do music. It wasn't strictly just basketball. I kind of wanted to do both. So I always did see myself doing music at a big and professional level.
Okay.
So I can't see it as a way out. Yes, I see it.
Okay. So do you record from your own studio or do you have somebody else that actually helps you out with that?
It's a little bit of both. I started off recording off of my phone, to be honest. I used to make music off of my phone, and then I had a close friend of mine since middle school. He produces and he makes beats, but he took the time out of his day to learn how to engineer so he can, like, mix my vocals to make it sound better. So I could promote music, and he's been helping me ever since.
So your music itself, what is it symbolizing? What is it talking about? What is the message that you're actually trying to put out there?
It's gonna sound very cliche, but I do a variety of different things.
Okay.
But people only hear, like, the most popular sound, which is drill music. So I'm not putting out a message that people can listen to and be like, oh, this is what, because he's doing it, I should do it too. I make music so people can enjoy it and amount to how I feel. Because based off certain songs I make, I do it based off of feeling. So if I'm feeling a certain way, you're gonna hear it in my music. So if I'm angry, you're gonna hear it in the type of song that I make. If I'm sad, you're gonna hear it in the type of song that I make. If I'm feeling happy or I'm feeling, any type of way that I'm feeling, you're gonna hear it in my music. So it's more about passion when it comes to me on listening to my music.
Your style is very aggressive and very sharp, due to other artists that I've actually listened to. What would you say your type of music is as far as genre?
Since a majority of the songs I do make is drill, I would categorize myself as drill, but I wouldn't say I'm a drill artist because I make other genres of music such as pop and regular hip hop because I write choruses and stuff of things of that nature. So I wouldn't only categorize myself as drill.
Okay. And where do you see yourself at least 5 years from now with this craft? Where do you want to be? If it's not going to be rap, what do you think it'll be, basketball?
If it is basketball, then I'll probably take it as far as I can take it. Same thing with music. I can't actually set a goal for myself because I don't want to put myself in. I don't want to set myself up for failure. So if it happens, it happens. So if I so happen to blow up within the next year, a couple months, maybe even a week from now, then it was meant to be. It happened. But I just want to see how far this goes.
Okay. So who gives you the most moral support as far as what you do right now? In all the categories that you're actually involved in?
Fans. I would say fans.
Fans? Okay.
My fans give me a lot of support. They back me up for everything I do. And it's crazy because I didn't realize how many people supported what I did until I got a bigger platform.
And as far as your parents are concerned, what's their concerns?
My parents wanted me to play basketball, but they don't mind me making music. They would prefer me to play basketball because it's more of I have more of a chance of making it in basketball than I do music. But they don't get in the way with me making music. They let me do both.
So are you actually trying to find a balance between both of them? In a sense?
I would say as of right now, I'm focusing more on music than I am basketball because I didn't really fully give up on basketball because I still make music and I still play basketball.
Right.
But my level of interest shifts in between both of them. So it's like some days I'll be more involved in basketball than music. Some days I'll be more involved in music than basketball. So it kind of goes back and forth.
So how's your friends perceiving you? How do they actually approach you about your music? And how do you feel about the way that they actually do?
The way that they approach me about my music, it surprised me because I didn't expect them to like my music. Like I said before, I was scared to actually put music out because I thought I would be made fun of. And then when more of people that I know, first when you hear one person that you know, it's like, okay, maybe he's only saying that because he's my friend. Then when you hear multiple people saying the same thing, it's like, okay, now I got a thing going. And especially it starts to feel different when you hear it from people that you don't know. So it's just like, all right, now I got to take this more seriously. And that's
Are you signed by any labels right now, or are you looking for a label?
Currently I'm independent.
Okay.
But I wouldn't mind signing to a label, but I never got that far.
So what's your knowledge on the business aspect of the industry right now?
As far as the business aspect, I know there's a lot of shade when it comes to music because some people are mostly focused on revenue or they're mostly focused on making money as opposed to the craft itself. And I kind of have to be mindful with that because you never know who is going to want to get after you just for your money. And I ran into a couple incidents where I ran into some money hungry people and it's just like, all right, now I know not to, it's like lessons. It's like now I know not to fall into that category or to do what I did before. So it's like, you just got to live and you learn.
So you actually was approached by people that actually wanted you to sign on the dotted line without you actually knowing actually where you was actually going with it. Am I right or wrong?
Not as far as labels, but other
Okay.
artists. Because I was supposed to collab with a larger artist than myself.
Right.
He actually has a bigger fan base and he goes on tour, but he he scared me. So it's just,
Okay.
you live, you learn. But
So do you feel it's more intense to be part of a syndicate in the rap game, or just be more to yourself in a sense, as far as recognition, popularity, and things of that nature?
I wouldn't mind being in a group, but I know what being in a group or a collective comes with. Because
Right.
usually when people start out as a group, it doesn't usually last long. So I feel like you have more of a chance doing things by yourself than being.
Mm-hmm.
But I've networked with other people, so it's not like I just did everything by myself. I've networked. I've met larger artists such as Kenzo B and Slim Butter and even drummers who like did shows for like Trey Songz and people like that who
Right.
I personally met. So it's
Okay.
Yeah.
So at this moment, we're going to take time out and listen to something by Sosah the Prince. This is a track that he actually made. And you go out there, support him, listen to it, and give him some feedback. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be right back.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house.
I put in the work to hear you say, Missouri missing your company. See him pulling at you that way. Oh, if this is where you're supposed to be.
Gra, boom. Huh? Like, well, like, damn. Huh? What? Gra, boom.
God, like what? Hey, yo, Sosah, what are you doing?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Catch a hobby, gon' slide a maneuver. Had tap, got clapped in a Uber. Ain't politicking through computers, he's so like crazy, he tying them screws up. Drop by, I'ma ooh through the window. House go ahead him and fuck up his ribs though. Plain heat, throw show is simple. Fofa go ahead him and fuck up his dental. I've been feeling to catch me a homie. Couple bullets gon' run through his body. Clutching on Julius, there but saw me. She said, Bubba go deeper and saw me. Fine little just know I got taste. See them boys and I'm hopping them gates. He running his lip, gets shot to the face. I'm always on go, never stomping the brakes.
Huh? What? Never stop on the brakes. Gra, gang. Never stop on the what? Yo, it's Sosah. Biggie became like, what happened? Talk down to get turned into passive. Feeling like Shawnee the way I do ad-libs. Cut a order, he gon' make it tragic. Feeling like Reese can't caught up in traffic. Can't f with her cause they average. Feeling like Johnson the way I do magic. Run down and I'm letting you have it. I see an op and he start get the panicking. Bullets ripping, they start get the damaging. They don't all bite like a spray, they be vanishing. Ran down, he was stiff like a mannequin. They don't want no beef. Run down, punch an op in his teeth. I'm doing his dash if I'm seeing the D's. Hop out, then I'm shooting his knees. Then I'm going berserk. Come up, yeah, I know where it hurt. I'm touching her ribs now, I'm making her hit the angle, got me feeling like Kurt. And niggas mad cause I'm doing it first. Like Rihanna, she making it work. And I'm stuck on her, that was dessert. Feel like since I got blood on my shirt, like damn. Gra, boom. Gang. Gra.
For the love of house.
The dynamic
For the
soul
love of
sound
beats.
of
For the love of
DJ
dance.
Tyrone Lowe. DJ Tyrone Lowe. DJ Tyrone Lowe.
That's nice.
DJ Tyrone Lowe. The dynamic soul sounds of DJ Tyrone Lowe.
legends. And in the house of the legends, I have Sosah the Prince. What's going on, Sosah?
How you doing? I'm good.
Let's talk about the track Maneuver. Who produced the track, and how did you actually get to create that track?
The producer who produced Maneuver, his name is Prod by Ivy. And originally Maneuver wasn't my song.
Okay.
Maneuver was a friend of mine. His rapper name is Bubba. And it was originally his song, and he asked me to get on it. But
Okay.
when I got on it, I kind of like, because I freestyled the whole verse, so it was just like, in the midway of me making it, I was like, I don't know, I felt like I overdid my part. Should I stop here? And then when I was making it, they was like, nah, just keep going, just keep going. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just keep going. So when I heard it over, I was just like, yeah, I don't know. So I asked him, I was like, do you mind if I could have the song so I could release it? And he was cool about it. He was like, yeah,
Right.
it'll be your song. So he gave me the rights, and I put it out, and it just went well. Got it mixed.
Okay. So let's talk about live performance. Have you actually encountered any as well? And you want to talk about something like that?
Yes, I did 2 shows.
Okay.
I did a show in March, which was my first show, and I didn't really like that show.
And what was wrong with it?
A couple of things was wrong with it, but it's positive and negatives. I'm gonna tell you both. The negative in the show was the equipment.
Okay.
The mic was louder than the music, and then they had my music low, so I couldn't hear myself perform. And on top of that, it was just all around. It was just kind of like unorganized because they didn't give like proper timestamps and how many songs we were supposed to do, so it was unorganized. But the positives is I was networking, so I took time out of my day of me being there to network with other people, and that's how I met Kim Lee. And I met Slim Butter the same day. So it was just like, and I met other engineers and producers who were also there, and they were just like, oh, we like your music, so let's work and do something. So I was like, okay. And then my second show was, I believe, like 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that show was it was better. Both shows were in Brooklyn, by the way. But
okay.
Second show was better. I got to perform for Gay P, the host of On the Radar, and it was a really good performance. The equipment was good, the crowd and the energy was good, and both shows was giving out prizes. But the second show I came in second place, so I got a blog written about me, and it was good altogether.
I'm going to ask you a question where I usually ask all my artists, man. When as far as writing music, acting, music in general, my thing is that, do you have any spoken words that you can actually acknowledge, that they can actually acknowledge to people that's actually wants to get into the game, and how should they actually get started?
Like things that they should do to
right, exactly, the fundamentals of it, creating, producing, things like that. Do you have any advice for anybody that wants to actually get into it?
All right, I have a few things. The first thing is, do what you feel is right. Don't make a song or try to sound like one way because you feel like this is what somebody else will want you to sound like. If you feel like what you're making is good for you and you feel like it amounts to your idealism and what you envision, go for it. Don't try to listen to other people and they're like, oh, you should do this, you should do this. No, it's your song, it's your music. You do what you want to do with it. And second thing is, be confident in what you're doing. Because if you're not confident in what you're doing, how can you expect somebody else to just believe and listen to you? So if you don't believe in yourself, how can somebody else believe? Also, people are going to talk either way. People are going to talk whether it's bad or good. So you just kind of have to ignore everything else and just focus on the task at hand, no matter what it is. So whether you want to be a producer, engineer, you want to be a rapper, singer, focus on what you want to do and just go at it.
Okay. Have you established any haters along the way?
A lot. A lot. I ran into a lot of haters, but I try
And what
not
was
to.
their and what was their energy in response to you? I mean, for you to actually, you know, you
They
know,
they used to say things about me, which rumors it was spreading rumors and things that me personally I just thought was like crazy because it was like that's not my character. I wouldn't expect somebody to say that to me
mhm,
or about me. So it's just
right,
like where would you get this energy from? But at the same time, it's just like and if you know you're doing something good when people are
mhm,
talking about you. So it's
right.
like whether it's bad or good, I'm getting talked about. So that's publicity to my name. So you're helping me at the end. So I try not to focus on that and I just continue doing what I do.
Well, you know, I always believe that haters are your best fans. You know.
I agree. I agree. They help push you to want to do more because it's like, all right, you said I can't do this. Now watch me do this. And when I do
Right.
it, I'm gonna look at you and be like, see, I told you I could do it. So it's just like, use it as
So
motivation.
let's get into some current events. Sosa the Prince. Let's talk about what you're getting into. You have any other? Are you working on the EP? You have any other tracks that you're releasing right now? Tell the viewers about that.
I'm dropping an album. It
Okay.
was supposed to drop on my birthday tomorrow, but
Okay.
due to clearance and unfinished products, I'm pushing it to a later date. And I don't know how to say this, but basically in replacement, I'm dropping a song for y'all tomorrow, and it's called "Shot in the Party," which is one of the songs I previewed on my Instagram and TikTok. So
Okay. Cool.
in replacement for the album, since I couldn't drop the album, I just gave y'all a song.
That's great, man. Besides actually playing basketball and rapping, you ever thought about acting or getting into some type of field like that?
You're not the first person to talk to me about acting. I think I might look at acting. I didn't really think about that before, but you're not the first person. I might give acting a try, but
Okay.
I don't know. Probably gaming.
All right.
Probably gaming as well. Probably take an interest in that.
Would you be interested in actually producing other artists as well?
Yeah, me and Prod by Spaz actually worked on a couple beats together. But
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like I did all of it. I had a vision of what I seen, and he just like made it happen. And then he put his input and what he's seen together. And we just made music. But I also wrote verses for people, so I did songwriting as well. So
Okay. So, actually, when you produce people, let's say you did produce an artist and they just blew up right over you, just like that,
I mean,
how would you actually feel about that? I mean, due to the fact that you're an artist yourself.
I wouldn't be mad because
Okay.
it's still something that I was a part of.
Right.
I'm not in the spotlight, but
Hmm.
I'm still a part of what blew up. So yeah, even though it's not me rapping that blew up, I can still say I made the beat. And
Okay.
if it wasn't for my beat, he wouldn't have probably blown up because he probably would have never heard it. So I'm
You have any upcoming shows coming up right now that you want to tell the viewers about, or something that they can look forward to?
none currently right now because I want to take this time and focus on school.
Okay.
So I don't have any shows as of right now, but when I do have something coming up, I will. You will hear about it. I'm posting all over my social media, so you will hear.
Well,
About
well, this is what I'm going to say to you as a person that's concerned. You seem like you're a very level-headed person. There's a lot of crafts you can get into. I call them hobbies, you know what I mean? But I think that school should be the main focus as far as overall, because if it doesn't work out for you, at least you know that you have something you can fall back on as far as something that's going to be monetary to you and very futuristic. Do you agree?
Absolutely. That's why I'm not. I don't see myself dropping out of school, even if I blow up. I want to actually finish so that way I have something to fall back on. So say if rapping don't work out, say if basketball don't work out, I can still say I have a degree at the end of the day. So I have
Okay.
that to fall back on.
And what are you going to school for right now?
Currently my major is accounting.
Okay, cool. That's great. At least when you make it big, you'll be able to manage your own money in a sense of investments and things like that nature. That's very cool. You
Yeah.
know, any shout outs to anybody right now?
Um, shout out to Tyrone Lowe for having me on the show.
Thank you.
Honestly, Shout out to G Smooth as well, because if it wasn't for him, I would have never met Tyrone Lowe. So shout out to G Smooth, and shout out to everybody who supports me in what I do. Because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be in the position that I am now. So I just gotta thank everybody. I gotta thank God as well, because without God, I wouldn't be here.
Okay. Well, it sounds pretty good, man. To be an artist, to be an accountant, to be a basketball player, I believe that's a blessing in disguise, man, because I talk to a lot of artists and they only have one focus. They don't have anything else to fall back on. And I think that's, to me, I think that's kind of critical in life, things of that nature. My thing is that my advice to you is always to be an authoritarian. Don't be a follower to a lot of things, because I've seen a lot of people in the industry crumble due to the fact of, not because of their artistry, it's just because they become followers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's been a pleasure having you on my show, man. Come back again, when you get that Grammy, of course,
Yeah, I got you.
And y'all can check out all his songs on all platforms. Go out there, get it, and just share it to everybody and let them know that there's a new sheriff in town. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So this has been another T-Lo video production, and y'all guys stay tuned for another episode. Thank you guys for actually listening to my show, and I hope that was very informative to you guys. So y'all have a nice one. Thank you, Sosah.
You have a good rest of your day, mister.
Okay.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house.
Can't vibe with a thought or Trisha. Just know that I couldn't keep her. Lonely cause I got the knock on my speakers. In my bag and it's getting deeper. PYT and she knows she a keeper. Human nature, I just can't believe her. She know what I catch it, I call her receiver. Not cold cause I got the heat. Like damn, they already know what I'm winning. They doubting it's just the beginning. She's liking my style, she's saying it's given. Got waves in the block cause they always spin. Don't run, don't trip, don't hop, don't skip. Hop all game, we spinning the strip. And Dre's a dim, he got it on him. Like wait, hold on, I'm back my bag. Spin a breach and I'm popping the tags. I see the D's, I'm doing the dash. That's your whipping, I'm doing it fast. Get to the cash like my name is Ash. Call the clan so you know we could clash. No Chris move, but she making a splash. Feel like Mike cause she know that she bad. Haha, sight, she thought she was gas. But wait, let me get back to the tempo. And it's still not driving a rental. Not with the hype, I stayed in my mental. Making a run, you thought it was tempo. Talk bad, get pop like a pimple. Use no effort, I make it look simple. Gotta go hard, not make it a gentle. Did it? My little buddy never stopped till it's finished. You know he spinning. Spin again, cause I feel like they betting. Back on place and this just the beginning. Pick a side like a card, they be switching. Me and Dre, man, you know that we winning. Pray to God, cause I know I be sinning like.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.